Hello students. Today we are going to discuss an elementary school classroom in a slum written by Stephen Spender. Stephen Spender was an English poet and an essayist. He took a keen interest in the social and political problems of his times. As a social reformer and pacifist of his time, he questions the value of education and the morals and ethics of individuals. Theme of the poem. Spender beautifully brings out the theme of social injustice and class inequalities in the poem. He also expresses his thoughts on the widening gap between the rich and the poor. He talks of social discrimination and is a socialist proclamation that a country can prosper only if education reaches to the downtrodden in the society. Let's discuss the summary of the poem. First stanza. In the first stanza, Spender describes the miserable condition of the children. The faces of the children are unlike the unusual children of schools. Instead of being exuberant and energetic, they are like rootless weeds, withered and worn out. They are unclean and untidy, as they are like weeds. They are malnourished, sick and hungry. Just as weeds are not wanted in the garden, so are these children of the slum unwanted in the society. They have pale faces, their hair is uncombed. A tall, slim girl has her head bowed down as though she is exhausted physically because of malnutrition and emotionally because of poverty. The other students of the class are also in the same situation. There is a boy who is as thin as paper, again because of malnutrition and lack of civic amenities. He has eyes like that of a rat, searching for food and betterment. He too dreams of fun and frolic in the open space. In the second stanza, the poet describes a dirty classroom. On the walls are displayed the names of the people who have given donation. The head of the Shakespeare is displayed in the clear background of the sky. Walls have pictures of beautiful Tyrolese valley as well as the map of the world. The children's eyes can also view a narrow road enclosed with a dull sky. It is quite a dreary and depressing place for children. In the third stanza, the pensive poet suddenly turns aggressive and feels that Shakespeare is wicked. This is because he misleads the children. He shows them a beautiful world of ships, sun and love, which is not only unreal for them but has a corrupting influence on these children and instigates them to steal and try to escape from their crammed holes. Their existence is indeed very sad. These emaciated children are so thin that it appears that they are wearing only skins. Their entire appearance lacks malnourishment. The poet shows his outrage by suggesting that the maps on their walls should show huge slums instead of beautiful scenic graphics. Finally, in the third stanza, the poet reveals the appalling truth that there can be no change for the better unless a governor, a school inspector, or an educationist or a visitor comes to the school. The map in the classroom is the only medium of the children to view the world outside their slums. The poet next appeals to those people who are in power to liberate these slum children from the horrendous life that they are leading. Spender ends the poem on a positive note as he expresses his belief that the people who are ignited by the spirit of knowledge and learning are the ones who create history. It is the moral liability of everyone to break barriers between the haves and have-nots and give a meaningful education to all. For history remembers only those people who are educated and have enlightened for a better world. Thank you and best of luck.